And just like that, it's July already. What? It's July already? Can you believe that it's been a month since I started this vlogging journey? I guess it's true what they say. Time really flies when you're having fun. For first-time viewers, thanks for joining in. Welcome to Fun and James, where I talk about humorous content that focuses on my life, and that's the truth. A new month can mean many things. A new setting, a new look. More importantly, new shenanigans. It might seem like a blur with all the things that are happening right now, but I think I've accomplished pretty much a lot of things in the past month. You guys pretty much saw a glimpse of what I was doing for the past month, right? If you haven't, you can still check out my other videos. So what can I do to start the month? Well, I wanted to do some reflecting. Whoa! That was quite bizarre. If you know, you know. I didn't even realize how much has changed ever since I started vlogging. What kind of changes? Well, where do I begin? Talk about suspense. Of course, I can't start the episode without the intro credits. But anyway, going back to business, I'll be talking about 3 major truths that were always there, but pretty much changed when I started vlogging. So before we start, I just want to give some few disclaimers. I've divided my life with the words BC and AD. So BC stands for before this channel, before channel. AD stands for after documentation. Pretty witty, right? And another disclaimer is that some of the videos used in this vlog have been like old footage from before the pandemic. So you might see people be in groups, not doing social distancing. That's old footage. Just to be clear, be safe, practice social distancing. The pandemic's still happening. You get the idea. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get started. Let's talk about my highs and lows. 1. Career. Just like most people in the creative industry, I was greatly affected by the pandemic. My regular job, my 9-to-5 kind of job, is being the administrative manager of Pineapple Lab, a creative hub dedicated to be a platform for artists to showcase their work and experiment with their craft. So that means people do events there, we host events, people rent our space, we hold festivals, Fringe Festival. Check it out. Pretty much anything that brings people together and appreciate the arts. Basically, events. Anything and everything can happen there. Now, around 200 BC, that was probably true. Because of the pandemic and, social distancing is key, we had to put everything on hold. And that's pretty rough for us since that's how we make our living. But luckily enough, we're in the creative industry, so we're pretty creative, right? So we thought of creative ways to make do with what we have, like technology and the different artists that we also want to help. So we even had our own online auction. We have our Artist in Residence program to help support some of the artists. And basically we also have our shop, Glorious Diaz, which you can also check again. And it's now online. Thankfully, technology is advanced enough for us to be able to connect more people to different kinds of art. And that's great. There's been a lot of changes. Obviously, it's not as fun as being there during an event. I really miss having events and getting to talk to different people and meeting people and bring people together to collaborate with them. But, that's gonna be a while from now. 100 AD and we're here, and it's still going to be a while until we have our events back up, but I'm still pretty hopeful and looking forward for that to happen. Thankfully, I still have some side hustles along the way, so even if the bills are quite a handful, we deal with it and we move along. 2. Wellness. Now, I wouldn't say I'm the healthiest person in the room, but since this is my room and I'm the only one in the room, guess I'm the healthiest. Huh. When I talk about wellness, it's not just about how toned your arms are or like how muscular you look. Wellness is as a whole, mentally, spiritually, all that, in general, everything. I do have an active lifestyle, and by active I mean I do some exercises, I pretty much balance my diet, sort of, ish. Yeah, and I also make sure I'm, mentally healthy. Now, 200 to 300 BC, so I was pretty active. I regularly go to the gym, not just to, lift weights and do some cardio, but to actually train. Regularly train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Luckily enough, I had a very supportive team who have been in the martial arts world for the longest time, and the experience that they give and the amount of training and support was really great. Shout out to Death Talk Rock. Miss you all, and thanks to them, I would say I was able to actually lose weight and learn stuff that I could do and reach higher potential with my body. So it's pretty cool, right? Not just physically speaking and the gym, but turning up as well. But that's a different story. Mentally speaking, I was also really happy. I was able to balance work and play, because as much as I was focusing on work, I would also get a chance to meet with my friends and hang out with the people I love. Everything was good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Let's bring it 50 AD. And the pandemic happened. I didn't have that opportunity to go back to the gym and train regularly with my teammates. Obviously with, jiu-jitsu is a contact sport, so social distancing is key right now, so that can happen. Aside from that, I don't have the chance to actually go out and meet my friends casually, It's not safe. It's really hard. Spiritually speaking, I still have some quiet time that I can do on my own, and that's great. So at least 1 out of 3 ain't bad, but it took its toll on me. And somewhere along the way, I had to refocus and rechannel myself to not just feel bleh, but kind of recenter myself. So I did my own, with the help of my coaches, different coaches, I was able to do some home workouts. I was able to try something different. Like I learned yoga. I'm not a master of yoga or anything, but I actually managed to do it for 30 days, and it really helped, not just with my flexibility, but also the discipline. When you're doing it regularly, it helps, refocus everything. Also, I was more aware of what I was eating, because of like the pandemic, body clocks have been messed up, and kind of didn't have anything to do, so I had less of that, because that's really not, it's still a work in progress. Wellness is something that you have to go on daily. It doesn't stop just because you feel, I'm fine now, so I'll be fine tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. So it's a regular, constant work in progress. So yeah, now I guess I can say that I'm still working at it. 3. Relationships. As an only child, I really value relationships, be it with my family or friends. So regardless of like 100 BC or like 200 AD or whatever, it doesn't really change. I really value my relationships. So not much has changed when it comes to me really thinking about their importance. The big change comes in the amount of time you spend with the people in the relationship. Around 50 BC, I'd make an effort to actually see my friends and catch up with them and hang out with them as much as I can. We come from different industries in our careers, so whenever we have the time, Lego. But when it comes to family, at least we see each other once or twice a week. Especially because weekends, I have time for them, so it's still on a regular. Now, bring it 50 or 60 AD, obviously, because of social distancing, I can't really go to my friend and say, "What up? Let's hang out." That's a big one. So keeping in mind the importance of social distancing and staying indoors, the most time we spent is actually just through the phone, or like through chat, or like Zoom sessions or video vlog, technology. It's not the same as it was before, so it's kind of limiting in that sense. As for my family, every day I'm with them, they're there. So on the daily, I see them. Which isn't a bad thing, mind you. It's great. It's great. It's really great. I'm kidding. I love my parents and I'm happy to be with them. You actually just miss going out with friends, and kind of sucks just being stuck at home. But the good thing is, technology helps bridge that gap. I was honestly very happy to reconnect with some old friends I haven't seen or talked to in so long. So this was a great opportunity for most of us to have reunions, get to see old friends and catch up with them, like, because we haven't seen each other in so long, regardless of they're in our country or abroad. It's amazing. Technology bridges the gap and you guys get to reconnect and feel like nothing has changed, even though a lot of things have changed. You have something to look forward to, hopefully, when pandemic subsides and everything's a little bit better and safer to go outside. Hopefully we all reconnect. Other than that, you can also find different social groups, a different community, a different tribe that can give you support. Luckily for me, I was able to join this little workshop called Hey Girl, where you find like-minded people that need support and give support, and focuses on wellness also. So yeah, I'm blessed enough to be part of that new group, and I've also heard some of my friends join different workshops, different things where they can feel not stuck at home, and I think that's a great thing. Anyway, those are the changes in my relationships.
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Oh, you're wondering about my love life since I was talking about relationships. Well, there's nothing to tell. So that's it. Those are the 3 major truths in my life and the different highs and lows I encountered. The different changes I mentioned in this episode made me realize how much more attentive I was with what was happening around me, because I need to make content. But also, documenting or vlogging has been my creative remedy to cure and somehow mend the stress brought by anxiety from COVID, state of our nation, and a whole lot of other things on my mind. More than anything, given the situation, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Cheesy, but it's the truth. What's happening right now is like, I'm not experiencing this. I don't give a whoa there. It's not how things should be. Each and every one of us is going through something. Some may not be vocal about it. Some may be asking other people to help them. It's different for everyone. What's lacking is empathy. You need to put yourselves in their shoes. Just because you're not experiencing it doesn't mean it's not true. I acknowledge that I'm privileged enough to have moments of reflection like this, and that's why I want to share all these insights with you, the viewer. We all need to be there for one another, to connect, to understand, to have empathy. Practice empathy. At the end of the day, it's up to you. Would you leave yourself to be ignorant with what's happening? Or would you open your eyes and do something about it? Things to ponder. Got some other insights you want to share? Leave a comment below. Perhaps you can also share some changes you encountered too. Don't forget to subscribe too, so you can be updated with my weekly shenanigans. Until then, see you next time for more fun and Jane.